Hey y'all, I'm back again with another saying from Big Mama because Big Mama said that. I do have notes. I'm going to read my notes because I feel like there's important information that I also want to share with you guys about this. So, one thing that I know all of us, all of us who ever grew up in an African American home, and probably not even that, more homes than that, I know that one of your elders, mothers, especially Big Mama, said after giving you a spanking or a whooping, after they just emotionally abuse you, making you go pick your own switch, emotional abuse, right? So, after getting a whooping, and you're crying, and you're crying, she had the nerve to say, if you don't stop that crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. Excuse me, ma'am. You just whipped me with a switch all up and through this house. And I'm crying because it hurts. And you told me to stop crying before you give me something to cry about? I wonder what Dr. Sprock said about that in his book, that parenting book. Because, but that's kind of the humor side of it. As an adult, I can look back and be like, oh, okay. So I am going to look at my notes. So I just want to talk about the deeper meaning behind your elders, Big Mama telling you, stop all that crying before I give you something to cry about. One, the meaning is, if you think that's bad, if you don't shut up, it's going to get worse. Another point being is that it's teaching you, guess what? Emotionally pull yourself together. The whooping came because you broke a rule or crossed the boundary. You need to accept accountability for your actions. So pull it together. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I know y'all heard that one. So basically, it says this has a deeper meaning and it's rooted in discipline styles and generational beliefs in African American homes. So basically, I learned because I had to look it up because I was laughing too much, but there has to be a seriousness about it. But basically, what it says is that elders saw you crying, being dramatic, getting all loud as talking back. So the whooping came, it's done, it's over with. Get yourself together, accept accountability, and keep it pushing. We don't have time to be and whatever dramatic. And I know some people are going to say, oh my God, really? But as I read on, not to say that whoopings are okay, because I'm a whole children's social worker. But in the context of the history of that saying that I had to look up, because it says basically, discipline in the African American families were shaped by history, where children at a young age had to learn to behave and be aware of their behaviors. Because at this point, if you do something bad, I'm going to whoop you. And when I whoop you, it's going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Lies. But I love you. But if somebody out there in them streets or Mr. Master gets you, it could be a matter of life and death. So take accountability for what you did, suck it up, and move on. So that's a learned behavior that they were trying to instill in children. Guess what? You get a whipping, it hurts, you cry. No dramatics, because guess what? Somebody outside of this house, somebody outside of our community hit you or whip you, you wailing and screaming and hollering is unacceptable. So I'm going to read again. So basically, children at a young age had to learn that they had to check their behavior. Not only are you checking your behavior, you had to learn to respect authority. Because if a white man would have hit you and he told you to shut your mouth, you better be able to shut your mouth on a dime, because it will be a matter of life and death. Also, it says, when I whip you and whatever you do, we're not going to draw any attention to the discipline that just happened. Because if you're outside and I pop you across the head and somebody's out looking, you better not draw no attention over here to this family. Because again, if it happens in this house, or if it happens within our community, it's done out of love, and it's a learning lesson. But if you bring people from the outside into what's going on, like she said, if you think that's bad, it can get worse. And that was drilled into young African American children. Also, it says it teaches emotional control, because there is a heavy emphasis on being able to control your emotions. And if nobody understands this, everybody in the African American community at a very young age, we are taught 2 sets of rules: a rule in the home and a rule in society. And those rules in society will keep you alive. So now that I think about this, as a child, I was like, that's the craziest shit somebody could ever say. If you keep crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry about. I didn't understand it. And I had to look it up, and thank God I did, because not saying that it's okay, because I was traumatized, as I'm sure a lot of us were. But looking at the historical context of it, can you imagine being a parent disciplining your child and having to discipline it in such a way as it had to be so stern and strict? It was no, oh, I'm going to coddle you, or I'm going to talk to you and tell you why you got to. Do you understand this punishment? They didn't have that. They didn't have that privilege. They had to be hard, stern, and tough, because the world was harder, more stern, and more tough on African American kids. And no matter what, you couldn't be a misbehaved child. You could not do the things that these kids are doing today, because it was a matter of life and death. So my thing is, I'm going to be hard on you in this house, so that when you go into the streets, you know how to behave. You know that if somebody comes and call you out of your name and treat you badly, spit at you, do whatever, you know how to hone in those emotions, not to show how you feel, which is kind of sad if you think about the mental health and just the breakdown in the African American community. Like this, I didn't think it was going to make me feel so, I don't know. I don't like this one. I mean, at first I thought it was crazy funny, but then when I looked at the historical context connected to it, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot to unpack. And especially for a child who doesn't understand. And then we grow up with all of these mental issues, because we always had to hold our feelings in. We always had to not be able to say what we wanted to say. Hold your head down. Keep your head, This one got a little heavy for me. So I'm just going to say, I hope you guys took a lot of that. I hope you guys learned something about that. And thank you guys. Love you. Bye.